All you niggas die.
As you can tell, I've been listening to our theme song, and Detroit Man has been listening to some gangster rap. So, but welcome to another episode of I.O.W. Sports. Of course, it's your boy Wildcard in the building, Detroit Bell in the building, our
What up, though?
residential Blanco guy. I think he's out doing Blanco guy shit. So hopefully he brings his Blanco ass in and come to work. We shall see. But anyway, welcome to another episode of I.O.W. Sports.
What up, though?
As always, going over to YouTube. Go over to our YouTube page, I.O.W. Sports Network. That is the address. Give us a like, share, follow, hit that bell notification. Spread the word, especially spread the word. Let people know that we are here dropping ignorant sports shit every week. And what I mean by ignorant sports shit is because we ignorant as hell. I mean, it is what it is.
What?
Oh, especially you.
Sir.
Anybody calls himself that nigga, you already expect some ignorant shit. We know. YouTube, I.O.W. Sports Network, the page, like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that bell notification, spread the word. You can always catch us on Instagram as well, I.O.W. Sports Network, the address as well. Yes, we use our Instagram to, give you hypes, to get you hyped up for what we about to drop on YouTube. Same thing with our Twitter, I.O.W. Sports 1. Trigger fingers, turn the Twitter fingers. That's what we use Twitter for, is to get you guys excited. Pew, pew, pew. To get excited for what we're dropping on our YouTube page. And then going over to Facebook. As you can see, I.O.W. Sports Network is the address. And it is open page for the public, for you guys, because you on the public can come in, drop a funny sports meme, make everybody laugh, drop a sports take, get everybody debating, talking shit. Let's do it in a respectable way, though. Of course, as always. Y'all know how Zuckerberg is. Yeah, I mean, you know how Zuckerberg is. You know,
he be tripping.
He
will ban you in a minute.
He will ban you in a heartbeat and lock you up.
I respect him better.
Let me so
better than the regular police. They better shoot you to lock you up.
That's where a whole nother conversation on a whole different podcast about that. But yes, Zuckerberg will lock you up in a heartbeat. So please mind what you say. And look, if you got a small business, sports podcast, regular podcast, it's open for you guys as well to let people know your content. So drop your content, drop your website, your small business, and let people know that you exist. You never know what could happen. So and most importantly, pin to the top of that Facebook page. Yes, we do have merch here at I.O.W. Sports. You can go hit that link. You'll see my sexy chocolate self in a picture with some J. Edwin collection, which is the t-shirt company that is founded by, of course, the guy to my left, Detroit Mail. That is his t-shirt company. As you can see, I'm rocking some of his great J. Edwin collection right now.
Yeah, I'm perplexed by your last statement.
What?
Your sexy chocolate shit you talking about. What's going on here?
Well, I don't tell them a lie. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't. You can be perplexed, but it's the truth.
Yes. Go ahead, nigga.
As you can see, I am watching some of Detroit Mail's J. Edwin collection right now, which provides I.O.W. Sports merch. But one thing you cannot get on that website that is pinned at the top of the Facebook page, you see it on Detroit Mail's big head, and the only way that we can fit anything that fit his head is because we got snapbacks. We do not have fitted caps. We got snapbacks. But in order to get this official I.O.W. Sports snapback, which is very exclusive, on the bottom of your screen, you will see a Cash App address. $ I.O.W. Sports Network. Send $30 to that Cash App. Give us a physical address. And in return, you will get this very exclusive I.O.W. Sports Network snapback. And no, you cannot get that on the Facebook page with the rest of the merch. That's why it's exclusive. All right? Follow directions, motherfuckers. Anyway, let's check in the comments who we got in the building with us today. Of course, we got the boy MJ, Matt to the JACKO. Him and Nick called me over the weekend because they was up in Jersey acting a fool, probably doing foolish Shit.
I love that mail comment.
I saw it. Shout out to Man Down Sports, man. Y'all going over to YouTube, Facebook. Give them a shout, a holler. Big supporters of us, and we are also big supporters of them. So we will always shout Man Down Sports out. So definitely Man Down Sports at YouTube and Facebook. Melvin Wall and the fellas, Jay, Cass. C3, Corey Chin. Great fellas, great to work with. Always will give you a damn something to laugh at for sure. They cut up just as much as we do, so definitely a good time. We always collaborate with them.
Mel be picking with people. I'm just saying.
We know it's something about Mel
just like starts stuff.
No. It's something about people named Mel that like.
I'm sorry, call him Michael Jackson.
No, it's something about people named Mel, M-E-L.
Melvin.
No, whether it's Melvin Wall or Jermel, it's something about M-E-L Negroes. It's something about M-E-L Negroes that like to, they like to poke. I think it's a little instigating bone in them. So,
you got me right. I do like to poke. Well, go ahead.
No, shout out to Melvin Wall and them boys. Anthony Price is in the building.
What up, Ed?
Have you seen the Black Panther trailer?
I seen it.
Talking about it. I keep hearing everybody talk about it.
It might be good, man. It might be good.
And well, they got to do something. They got to do something nice to. Obviously, because Chadwick is gone. What? And we're talking about Cap Mondays. Oh my gosh, what is this? That's the biggest load of cap I've ever seen.
Thanks, Matt.
No, you are not from New Orleans, and you do not have a fleur de lis on your forehead. So if you're talking about that saint, let's try again. Are you talking about a holy roller saint? Let's clarify what you mean by saint.
Yeah, we know better, man.
Are we talking about Saints Row on PlayStation where they shoot?
I didn't watch those shows several times. You are an instigator.
Anyway, we got some of my usual suspects in the building, but look, we are going to keep it. Let's keep it moving because we got some sports to talk about. And look. I know we talked about this with the whole Kevin Durant and Kyrie situation, but a new development, a new layer to it. Add to it. Reports came out today that apparently. I'm appalled. No, I'm appalled that you sat up here and capped. All right, I am appalled that you came on our show and tell that big load of cap. All right, that's what I'm appalled at. But anyway,
it must be Monday.
Oh, it's Cap Monday. It's Cap Monday. It's Cap Monday.
National Cap Day.
Yeah, National Cap Day.
Well, go ahead, bro.
Reports came out that Kevin Durant was offered to the Boston Celtics, and I do believe, which is crazy, that it's either you, Mel, or somebody else on our show that weeks back was like Boston Celtics would actually be a good destination for KD.
I like them there.
I think you had said that. So this is what was offered in the trade. It was Jaylen Brown, and a pick, but Brooklyn turned around and said, no, if we're going to do this trade, we want Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, another rotational player, and 2 more picks. So pretty much like 3 players and I think like 3 first rounds or something like that.
Make the trade.
Yeah, to make the trade.
No, I'm saying make the trade. I'll take that.
Well, what do you really want to break up that young nucleus that's gone to a finals, gone to Eastern Conference Finals multiple times, and they're all under 30?
I mean, I like Jaylen Brown. Don't get me wrong. But you're getting Durant in the return, and you said Marcus Smart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a couple picks. Yeah. Another is a rotational player of my choice. I mean, you make that trade.
Possibly Robert Williams would probably be involved in that.
The mute button on all KD and Kyrie content. It really have no kind of dead time.
And you do have a point, Mel,
Yeah,
because it is a weird time of the calendar sports year that is pretty much baseball is the talk of the town for some talking heads. Training camp is starting to ramp back up. I know.
it's another week, right? It's in the week,
Well,
right?
for Kansas City quarterbacks and rookies, they showed up. I think Friday or Saturday,
Okay, okay.
so they'll probably have the rest of the rosters. So I'm pretty sure teams are starting to, you know, come together. He said they're literally pushing rumors and heating up cold takes to make content. They seriously had a segment this morning for KD's 10-second TikTok video, and yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I will.
that shows
Go
you
ahead.
how
Go ahead.
desperate they're getting. No, I'm saying that shows you how desperate they're getting for content and
Yeah, I
things
will
like
say
that.
they do a lot of stupid content, man. They do a lot of stupid content. I be looking like, okay, why are we even talking about this? They
Yeah.
be talking about what people have for breakfast and stuff. Be like, come on, man, nobody care about that. I mean, I'm serious. Sometimes it be some stuff. That's why half the times I don't even watch them half the time. It be some stupid content. What did Matt say? Boston doesn't want to include Marcus Smart, Derek White, Jalen Brown were two
With
names
two names
floating.
floating. Yeah, that was in
And
there too. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
I understand. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you about to say?
well, I mean,
I was thinking Anthony said, but go ahead.
well, because I hear what you're saying. You're saying like, do it because it's KD and it makes sense. Because that gives you a bona fide superstar with a paired with a young and upcoming, soon to be
Tatum.
bona fide superstar in Jason Tatum,
Mhm.
which I like. That's not a bad combo. It's definitely something that they can definitely put you at the top of the East. You know what I'm saying? I'm just of one to you got a team in Boston that is very young, and they're
Mhm.
making it to a finals this past NBA season. They made it to multiple
Mhm.
Eastern Conference finals, and it's so like they're getting to almost championship, type of play with the nucleus that they already got. I wouldn't want to break it up, you
What
know.
what Mel say?
He said, this Boston trade was rejected by the Nets. How is it even a story? They can seriously bring up a new team that offered the Nets a package every week and made content for 10 different shows a day. For 10 different shows for days. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're not wrong. Hey, you know, I just wanted to talk about it because Detroit Mail had made a statement weeks ago that hey, when it first came out that he was talking about Miami and Phoenix, he was like, I could see Boston actually making a good run, and so that's why because there's hey. I don't know what it is. I think sometimes some of these jokers is listening to our show and they're not really telling us
Right.
because there's a lot
Well,
of things that
tell
we
niggas to subscribe. We need some.
yeah, tell them to subscribe and spread the word because I swear there's been numerous things that we have said on our show, and
Right.
next you know, you start hearing reports and seeing things come out and say something, and you know what, Mel, you're right. What team didn't offer the Nets a package? If you're a team that wants to win a championship and you're real close, or you trying to get to be a championship team, you should offer the Nets some type of package. I mean, if you're general manager, I don't think you're doing your job if you're not at least picking up the phone and calling. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like you
hmm
should pick up the phone and call. There's 30 teams in the NBA, and there's probably only two teams that probably shouldn't pick up the phone. And honestly, I think Miami shouldn't shouldn't. Well, I don't way they shouldn't, but
I
I
don't
think
know. I
there's
mean, you entertain if you Miami. You just look at. I put all teams should entertain it, but it should be based on what you got to give up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how you look at it. You always entertain anything that's gonna make your team better. I don't care who it is,
I hear
because
you.
every team can need can be improved. No matter if they just won a championship, no matter how good they are, every team can be improved. So you always entertain it. You know what I'm saying? And you just look at okay, what they want for that. Oh no, that's not worth what we already have, and you move on.
Uh, and I hear what you're saying, Anthony. Now you get drama in Boston for trying to trade Ray Brown. I would feel disrespected. And guess what? If I'm Jalen Brown, I will use that as fuel to go ahead and be better for next year. Bust motherfuckers' asses even worse next year and be like, okay, you sure you want to get rid of me? You know, but just to your
Brooklyn
point.
need to just go ahead. Oh, go ahead. I'm not gonna say. Gonna say.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
go
saying?
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm saying Brooklyn just need to go ahead and decide what they want to do it and do it. You know, now ESPN and the rest of talking heads gonna do what they do. That just that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They trying to create content to get people to watch and listen. And most people that watch and listen to those stations or those programs are not really looking at it from a analytical standpoint. It's kind of like they just like my old pastor say, dirt gobblers. They sit there and just eat. Let people just feed them.
I don't. Did he actually say that in like
He
a
said he
sermon?
said he said dirt gobblers. He always used to say that all the time, dirt gobblers.
I don't know how to really take that because that sounds a little bit too too
Hey man,
risque.
just 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 take it as you hear it and keep moving. Don't make nothing out of it. Just keep moving.
Like, Pastor, what you say?
What? Are you
like,
trying to make a reference to sucking dick?
like, Pastor, what did you say?
You say it all the time, but I'm just saying, what I'm saying. But a lot of people who listen to these stations just sit there and let people just feed them stuff, and they don't really think about it. They don't analyze it. They just, oh, that sounds good, and then they go take it and run with it, and that's what they count on. I mean, majority of other people listen to stuff is like that, you know. Now, I like to take someone just like if it's something stupid, I ain't gonna pay attention to. If it's something that's interesting, I say, oh, let's talk about it. I mean, it might not be that I believe, but let's talk about it, analyze it. What if? Kind of like the what if series. What if? Even with the thing with KD, what if it did happen? What if it was true? What would you do with it? You know.
Me
Um,
personally, man,
Go ahead.
it's I I can't break up a chord that's literally right there. They're right there. Boston is right there, and I get how good KD is, and
But does KD put you over the hump?
oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. But
I mean, but okay, let's look at it like this. Jalen Brown balled out during the finals. You know what I'm saying? Play
he did.
play exceptional. I give him that. Well, you got KD, and it's still early in the season. You can pick up a few more players to replace some of the ones you're missing. Are they gonna be as good? Maybe not. But you got KD to kind of fill in where their deficiencies is, and that may put you over the hump. Based
And I
on
hear that.
or depending on who you might get.
You're 100% correct. But we also got to throw in the caveat that ever since KD has left Golden State, it's not like he's been the healthiest player in the NBA.
Well, that's
It's
true
not like
too.
he's playing a whole bunch of 82 game seasons. He's not. He's missing time here and missing time there. You know, I think is it would be asinine of me to not say the point that it's a lot to sit there and say that KD covers a lot of deficiencies, which he will, but that's a lot to put on one guy on a team that literally is already there at the cusp of being a championship team. You know what I'm saying? And to ignore the facts that he's not playing 82 game seasons,
You still,
he's going to miss some time somewhere in the
I mean,
season.
I understand that. I
Yeah.
still say you entertain it.
Oh, you definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? You play all the. Well, I'm Boston. I'm playing all the scenarios out. I'm looking at everything. Okay, if KD goes out, do we have say he goes out for let's say 20 games? Do we have enough on our team to sustain us to K? All playing all those scenarios out.
mhm.
And if you know what I'm saying, and then if it makes sense, I'll pull the trigger. It's that simple. I mean, Matt has a point too. Who say the KD stays there for 2 years and then leave, but you can take that chance with just about anybody. I
Yeah.
mean, if he stays 2 years and you get a championship out of it, is it worth it?
Because I think KD probably got 3 or 4 years left of the contract. You should at least get him for maybe 3 years at the minimum. You know what I'm saying? So I saw Matt's comment. Yeah. Mel says, "Okay, now that I'm done with reality, I'll play the ESPN game for a better combo. KD would be amazing with Boston and Tatum, and you can't deny that. You can't deny
Mhm.
that. Yeah, thank you, man. 4 years remaining, so you would definitely get KD for at least 4 years. You should, unless he decides to force his way out. But I mean, especially he goes on a team that's literally right there.
If he wins one, I think you keep him there for at least those 4 years.
Here's something to think about.
I mean, Dray, if you look at, I'll let you say what y'all say, but say it's correct. If you look at Golden State, it was Draymond that pushed him out.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Draymond wasn't Draymond, he might have stayed. I don't know how long he would have stayed, but he might have stayed longer.
What's up, boys?
Hey,
what's happening, man?
How's it going?
What's going on, Nick?
Stupid shit.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Let's just get distracted for the next hour and a half with great sports talk, brother. It's all good.
Right.
We're in the middle discussing the rumors that a possible trade with Boston in Jersey for KD. So I mean, hey, Matt's shooting at you already, dog. He's shooting at you already, man.
Yeah, let him get warmed up yet.
Yeah.
Let the ball around.
I got home the other night. I wanted to smoke. I couldn't even smoke. This dude took my my lighter.
Oh wow!
I'm like, God damn! I texted him like 12 times. I was like, bro, did you take my fucking lighter? Next door closes at 9, man. I was screwed. I was almost burning my face off, turning the bowl sideways at the stove. I was like, oh, I gotta go the other way.
He's Anthony says KD's career is done. He's trying to get a super team and do less work and get an easy win. That might be a case, but here's one thing I want to propose: if KD goes to Boston, imagine the pressure that comes off of Jason Tatum and gives him more room to tap into his superstar potential.
Right.
Because the focus will be on KD. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the focus on defensive game plans is, hey, let's stop KD.
Right.
So I think that'll be in some way a positive for Jason Tatum. That gives him more freedom. That gives him probably, you won't face, the Andrew Wiggins like you did in the finals, taking on a opposing team's best defensive player. And so that'll open you up as Jason Tatum to hell. Might be averaging damn near 30 a game. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting scenario. What you think about if KD goes to Boston, big homie Nick?
We spent more time talking about this than KD will spend in a Celtics uniform. Rumors.
Yeah.
There's rumors of LA. There's rumors of Golden State. Everyone's interested. Everyone's kicking the tires. But I just don't think anyone is going to get near what the Nets are asking. And rightfully so. You sign this dude to a 4-year extension and you want out, pay me the world.
True.
It's not like he got 1 year left and he's on the end. No, this dude's still in his prime. Fuck you, pay me. I don't think he's going anywhere. You guys asked about a month ago when all the rumors first came out at the beginning of July when free agency started. Where do we see KD playing next year? I said Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone's going to meet the matching price. You want KD? Give me Tatum. Give me a younger star then. You want the big dog? Give me a guy who's about to become a big dog, if not already. I ain't going to help Boston build a title. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You did, man. You did bring a blunt and some beer. I'm just we got home at the end of the night. Man, Saturday was so hot up here.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a cookout all day. Man.
So blunt and beer. You missing the other B. You need your triple B. You need blunt.
I needed the Bic later when I got home.
No, you need blunt beer and bitches.
And booty. And
booty.
Booty.
Yeah, booty. Yeah, let's clean that up. Booty.
My
Blunt beer and booty.
I coach with has a cookout every year, man. This guy goes all out. Working his ass off with platters of food, but the heat, I didn't get there till like 5:30. It started at noon. So and I'm gonna say, you know how we're real on the show. I said it there, so I ain't talking behind noise. But I get there like 5:30, and I'm the only white guy there. I love it. It's my favorite day of the year next to Christmas and opening day for the NFL. It's TJ's cookout. And I always end up being the DJ at some point. And everybody who don't know me, I always put like some crazy like John Denver banjo shit on as the first song to watch people like, what the hell? So I get there and they're like, oh, coach, go eat. I'm like, all right, man. Black people putting to-go baskets together to leave a cookout, most of them can enter strongman competitions. And I'm talking about the styrofoam containers, not the people. Man, the amount of food they shove into a container. I talked about it all day. I never seen nothing like that. I go, some of those containers have bars underneath it, like it's windows in like the inner part of the city. I go, there were steel bars holding these containers together. I sat there watching a woman, 12 scoops of sauce all over the food, then didn't want to close it. So she put another one on top of it. Comedy on the to-go thing, man. It was hysterical.
Hey,
go ahead.
You'd be surprised how much food can go on a styrofoam plate. And then, sometimes I know what we do at the cookouts. We put the plate on top and staple it and then fold it.
And fall around it.
I would have saw somebody bring a stapler out of the pocket. I would have stapled my eyes open because I wouldn't want to miss another goddamn thing happen that day.
My aunt used to bring carryouts with her out of her purse. She ready.
hey! I had an auntie that bring the whole. She have a Tupperware thing.
Right. Yeah. Have a Tupperware stuff. Y'all seen that too? Be ready. So things coming to an end, all in all.
Hey, Anthony stupid. He said white people always go home time for cookouts. Black people come late and grab food to take home for the family for 4 days.
4 days, yep.
Hey, you damn right, Matt. The stapler is key, bro. You gotta staple them damn plates together, dog. You gotta hold that shit, man.
Or saran wrap it around, then aluminum foil it, 2 plates together.
I'm surprised nobody bought out duct tape and just pinched it together. Hey,
it's cookout. It's cookout time, man. That's what we do.
I'll be stuffing chicken wings in my pocket.
Hey,
what you gotta do?
I would be disrespectful to not bring up this topic real quick because I just want to on behalf of I.O.W. Sports, man. I want to if this gets to him, it'd be lovely. John Michie, man, my heart goes out to you, brother, man, because this man, first of all, tore his ACL in December at the SEC championship game. Then over the weekend, it was reported that he has leukemia and just some bad circumstances for that man. So, man, prayers out to you, my man. I defer to our residential draft guru. When this man is 100% healthy, what kind of player is John Michie, big homie Nick?
He's a more evolved Robbie Anderson. He does have that like elite get over the top speed, but he's more of a complete wide receiver. Like I thought Robbie was his floor, and he could get better than Robbie. That was my take on him. But just a reminder to all of us. I mean, we know it. And we get so caught up in sports all the time. This is one of those like reality checks where you get caught with the front right in the chest, right? You get that kick to the chest, like the old Chappelle quote. You caught him with the front. It's a reality check. It's there's things that are so much bigger than sports. As much as we love sports and adore it. I mean, when he did the release the other day, he did say it's the most curable form of leukemia. And I think Roman Reigns had this or something similar, right?
Yeah, he did.
Was it this exact one?
I'm not sure it's the exact same one, but it's some kind of form of leukemia.
Yeah. I just don't know the names of leukemia, but when you tweet out that it's the most curable form, not that you ever want to get it, but if you do, you want to be able to put those words to it, right?
Right.
You don't want to get the 12 to 18 month diagnosis like my old man got. Like it was just too late to like help him. You want to. So prayers out to him, man. Take care of your business. Football will always be there. We need to make sure you are too, brother. Good luck to you.
Yeah. So man, on behalf of I.O.W. Sports, man, John Michi, man, we hope you get a speedy recovery.
Right.
And hopefully that you can come out on the other end. And hell, I hope he reaches out to Eric Berry because Eric Berry had to deal with his he had Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh, I
But
forgot about that.
still, missing a year and then coming back. Hopefully that they can link up and kind of bounce off each other about positive energy about coming through on the other side and still returning to your regular form.
Right.
And the good thing about Michi, he is young enough that there's time for him to worry about taking care of this business first, and football will be there when he gets back. But man, I hope that man can return to his glory days and get back on the field, man, because that's where he shines. And yeah, Mark Hesley too. You're right.
Oh
You're
yeah.
right. Yep, Mark Hesley had to deal with it too. So reach out to him. Hopefully they can link up and be a good supporting cast for Michi. Not a lot of people had to deal with this, as an athletic side, and hopefully they can be a good people to lean on. But let's move on to some other stuff that is going on in the world of sports, man. Man, we days is counting down. Is everybody getting excited? Training camp is starting. It's starting to rev up, man.
I know, man.
It's starting to rev up. I mean, we are what, almost 7 Sundays away from not missing any football on the Sunday. If I'm correct,
It's 48 days.
48.
I gotta figure out the little app I used to watch the Lions game on. I'm working on. I gotta figure out another one.
48 days till the Sunday kickoff. 45 till the
It's baseball season. Stop.
It's always football season, Matt. I love the Yankees, but it's always football season.
It's always, hey, football is king.
I
Man.
can watch
Football
both, man. I can watch both.
I was looking at something too. Here's what's disappointing for me in baseball, and it's probably one of my biggest knocks. I'm still irritated.
Besides the hat you're wearing?
I'll let you have that one because you're not wrong. So
and we're probably going to pay you handsomely for Benetton.
I'm ready for a second bet.
Hey,
we might
man,
not like each other, but we're in the same bed, bro. We're in the same bed.
Hey, man, I thought you was retired, man. You come on, man.
Hey, can't you be John Elway? Take your title and go.
Hey, first of all, so let me tell y'all about Melvin Wall. He joined our Pick'em League last year, won that.
Hey.
So he walked away with the belt. But then the man was in 3 fantasy leagues and won all 3 leagues. So he was like, oh, after something like this, I gotta retire. So I'm expecting Mel not to even want to be interested in our 3rd annual Pick'em League, which we will be starting up again. So people keep your eyes out for that. But
breaking news on your boy who got drafted, Justin Ross, out for the year.
Well, he was undrafted, and we picked him up.
Did he go undrafted?
Yeah, he went undrafted, and he was an undrafted free agent. He had another foot surgery, and that's always been one of his things with Justin Ross. Yeah. The foot issues.
He spent more time on the sideline than Debo in Clemson.
Hey, he did.
Every time I wanted to see the guy, he wasn't active.
Yeah, it's always been his feet. But when he's on the field, man, he's pretty dynamic. But I'll say this: let him get healthy. He'll still probably be on IR. Probably won't play this season.
No, they just put him on season-ending IR, so he's done. It's a wrap.
Yeah. So it's a warrant out for Murray for stealing.
I like that.
Hey, I mean, we discussed it last week on Kyler Murray. I don't think he stole money, but Cardinals saw him for a certain value. They paid it, and to a certain degree, in the NFL, when you got a quarterback, you gotta hold on to it. You just have to. It's a quarterback league, and whether he's top 10 or top 5 or not, you make sure you solidify that position and worry about everything else around the team, because you don't want to go without out a quarterback. Matt says some analysts are saying that Murray deal is team friendly. I don't know how 46.1 million a year is team friendly.
Right. How's that friendly?
No, the team was friendly and giving him some money. I say that.
It's like taking a coochie and top of team friendly.
I can't with you, bro.
I'm just saying.
It's team friendly.
Team friendly. Say, bitch, it's team friendly.
Oh my goodness. I can't. I don't even know where to go into this because y'all are wilding too much, man. What was that?
That's what I was saying earlier.
Oh, well, play it again. Come on, shit. Let's get it live. Turn it up. Turn it up, man.
Yeah, I can't even hear it.
I know.
You look like the old guy. Man. You look like the old guy in the barbershop who just got music playing in his head and don't want to be a part of the conversation. You and your mom.
I'm always got music playing in my head.
Oh, Lord.
Coochie. Hey, man, I gotta say coochie, man. You know, they might try. If I say the other word, they might ban us. I gotta be careful of the words I say.
Wait, you're worried about getting banned?
Well, I already took down one of our videos. Now I gotta be careful.
Since when has
I just start using abbreviations? You know, the V word.
What? The V word?
Vagina. Virginia.
No, sir. We are not going to dumb it down to that part.
You're not going to dumb it down like that.
No, we're not going to dumb it down.
We were talking about tickling a baby. Coochie, coochie, coo. That's all. Can't believe they took the word from that into that.
I can't.
Thank you, but JJ.
Really?
Hey, man, we got Zuckerberg. He ain't playing out here in these streets, man. Zuckerberg ain't playing. He locking niggas up.
I know. Me and Nick know about
that
all too well.
But you can drop that.
hey,
that's like that's good.
I don't care about that. Hey, but for real though,
hey, that's the fucked up part though.
Listen,
who am I to tell you guys what to say?
Listen. I was listening to this song on YouTube. They're bleeping all the words out, but they kept saying nigga. I'm like, it didn't matter. So I guess it don't matter. Bleep everything out but that.
I'm about to smoke this.
Right.
With my and then you say that.
Right. That's how it was. That's how it was. So I was like, I guess it don't matter. I guess I can say it.
Hey.
All right, yeah, you're right, and that's how I get banned before the NFL season starts. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah, we can't get banned before the NFL
but
season starts.
If you see a new channel come up with a different name, that might be us.
Nah, they'll vet that out. Nick.
It'll be I.U.W. I use
right.
GWN. Can't wonder no more.
You got a point, Matt. You got a point.
I can't. So let's do this.
Go ahead.
Because I saw something interesting. Everybody's dropping obviously their quarterback rankings and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Mel, you could probably speak to this more. So your man just won the Super Bowl, Matt Stafford, but he's still not considered, at least in some analysts, top 10. Matt Stafford. So how is that almost a level of disrespect to the man?
Can I add this to the question?
Go ahead.
Are we talking Madden or are we talking legit just NFL QB?
NFL QB, not Madden.
Okay. The Madden rankings came out.
Yeah,
last
Madden.
Week. I didn't know if you were. Okay, so
Yeah,
I know where we're going at least. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess when you used to hearing it all the time, it don't even phase you anymore. You know, when he was with Detroit, I thought he was a great quarterback. I mean, you know, I know he had, like, everybody has deficiencies, so you know he had some deficiencies, but I still thought he was. If he's in the conversation of the top 10, put it that way. I think he's in that conversation. You know, if you put him 11th, then I mean I can't argue with that, but he's in that conversation, and I think that this media is infatuated with the Bradys and the Rodgers that they can't give up nothing to them, you know. And my thing is like, what is Rodgers gonna look like this year? I mean, I think this year really gonna prove us how good Rodgers is without no receiver but Lazard and a geriatric receiver in Randall Cobb, right? You know, so
he got his new Jordy Nelson though. He got Christian Watson. That's gonna be
right. And I forgot about they got Christian Watson, right? But he a rookie, so I mean, we don't know how he's gonna pan out, but we'll see. But my thing is, if Aaron Rodgers do 3/4 of what he did last year, they're still gonna put him in the top 10. But if Stafford has a slight fall off, they're gonna kick him all the way back to 20 or 25. It's just how it is. It's how the media does. It's just how the media does things. So I'm not worried about it. I think he's in the top 10. And like I said, if you put him at 11, I wouldn't argue that. But I think he's in that conversation. I mean, guy's an arm. The quarter man is tough. I mean, he played in Detroit most of the time hurt. He played with a broke back. You know what I'm saying? He played with Holly, but Calvin Johnson. That's all he had. And still, you know what I'm saying?
To have, though.
I mean, it's an option to have, but that's all you have is one receiver. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, he's accurate. Now, does he try to sometimes do some Brett Favre plays and try to force something in there? Yeah. But I think a lot of quarterbacks a lot of players in general with certain talents is going to try to do a little more than what they should. That's a fault if he is, but I don't think that takes him out of the top 10 as far as talent wise. I still think he has that talent. I just think, and I'm not being partial because he played for Detroit. I'm just talking about what I've seen him a lot. So I think he's in the top 10 conversation.
Yeah, and that's why I referred to you because you've seen a lot of his NFL career, and I've always respected Matt Stafford. As
can't stand his wife though, so I put that in there.
Does it do what?
Can't stand his wife though. Just want to put that in there. She gonna get on the Kirk Cousins list.
Oh, you about to put her on the fucker?
Yeah. Well, I don't mean it in that way, but if she offer, I ain't gonna turn it down. Just saying.
Mel, respectfully, I think you're way off on this one.
It's okay.
He's top 5. He's not just 10. I said it before last year. I remember I came back that Thursday night.
Thanks, Matt.
Day, I came back to the show. And I said, MVP type of quarterback, Super Bowl. And he did it. Now he's going to get the fanfare.
Right.
You get fanfare one of two ways, right? You go to the big, lovable team like a Green Bay, right?
Right.
And they're going to throw you the praise before you even play it. Why isn't Aaron Rodgers playing? He's playing Brett Favre. That's why. Like, they couldn't wait to see Rodgers, but you still had a Hall of Fame quarterback playing in his prime. So the love affair started with Rodgers before he even got on the field, right? Stafford's talent is top 5. You say he's more talented than Tom Brady. He got a better arm than Tom Brady.
Yeah, he does.
He finally got to the right team with the right coach, and you saw what this man is capable of. Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes, and right now I put him ahead of Burrow and Herbert. So I might even have him at 4. Burrow and Herbert might have better careers going forward. But right now, today, this season, give me Matt. I've always believed in him. I always like the way he's like a linebacker playing football.
Let me rephrase it like this, and I'll go to both you cats.
Go ahead.
So, Mel, right now, what quarterbacks would you take above Matthew Stafford? And then that'll kind of give me an idea where you got him on your list.
Don't you say Jared Goff?
I get. You already know I ain't saying. That's like me saying Kirk Cousins. Matter of fact, JT Barrett is on the Lions staff. I don't know how much I like that. I just thought I'd bring it up as a side note.
Oh my God! Oh my God! So how dare they get an Ohio State Buckeye on your coaching staff? Oh my God!
So I'll bring it up as a side note.
Every time I take a bite of spaghetti, he sets me up for a joke.
But anyway, Mahomes, because Mahomes was improving. And it's not in a certain order. I'm just throwing names out.
Yeah.
Let me think. Who I'm trying. See, you want to say Brady because of what he accomplished, but I think I'm like Nick. I think he's more talented than Brady. Brady knows how to win. He's say that.
The hit factor, right? He's got the intangibles, but talent-wise, I think more talented.
Yeah, I think he's a better. Let's say he's a better athlete.
Oh yeah,
better skill set.
Yeah, I think
he's got better physical traits.
Right.
Than Brady, but Brady's got the intangibles.
He got the intangibles.
Winner. He knows how to get it done.
He knows how to get it done. So I guess because of that, you have to put Brady over him because of that. Mm-hmm. You just have to. I mean, it's just Rodgers because of Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers. But then at the same time, if you look at Aaron Rodgers, what he accomplished, and you look what Stafford accomplished, they kind of now
at the same.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying?
Only thing Stafford hasn't had the luxury of getting MVPs. That's the only thing.
That's it. I
mean, when you spend 12 years in Detroit, I'm not expecting you to get a lot of MVPs.
You're not expecting to get a lot of anything, really.
Yeah. Sounds like a prison sentence.
I mean, when you think about, and it's just going into the Detroit, the culture they had. When the Fords technically still own them, but when the dad and the son and then the daughter had owned them, they just wouldn't. They were just spending. They wouldn't spend enough money. Then when they finally didn't want to spend money, they got some stupid people in there. Mm-hmm. They made some stupid moves. It seemed like now.
Well, Matt Millen has set the Lions back 20 years. Bro.
Man, Matt Millen. Every year he's picking a receiver. You know what I'm saying? You already knew he was picking. You'll get a receiver, Matt? All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So you already knew what he was doing. So you look at it from that standpoint. I mean, yeah, we know about. Yeah, you're right. Just ask Barry Sanders. But anyway, so I'll go Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, then Stafford.
Yeah. So I think we're almost all in the same ballpark.
Because you can add other other quarterbacks in there might have. Let's take an example. Okay, add Lamar. You say Lamar, right? I think Stafford has a better arm. Lamar is faster, but Stafford is still elusive in the pocket.
He is.
So. I think he beats Lamar out on that. Mm-hmm. Lamar faster, better athlete? Yeah, probably he is. No, probably he is. But Stafford has a better arm, more accuracy, and he's still elusive in the pocket. So I still rather, you ask me who I'd rather have, Stafford. He's a proven winner because he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So my previous statement I said top 10 because that's how you present the that's how you present the question. But yeah, I say top 4 because you think about any other quarterback. I think Burrow still has to, play a little longer. He may have a better career. Same with Herbert, they got to play a little longer, so I can't put him over him right now.
Yeah.
Who else? Same with why can't I get his name? Buffalo quarterback.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you would take him over Josh Allen. I mean,
I'm saying
right now, yes.
Right now,
today,
yeah.
To win this season, yes. Josh Allen can't get past Kansas City.
Yeah, Josh Allen has to.
How do you not?
You got to give it that hump.
And he didn't like Big Ben win a ring, like running the ball, then handing it off. Like Ben's first title when they were running it the whole time with Bettis.
Bettis, right.
He was the reason that they got over the hump. They've had a Super Bowl roster for years, the Rams. The difference was we need better quarterback play. So, yeah, absolutely. Josh hasn't gotten there yet. He might end up being the Jim Kelly, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Right, yeah.
Hey.
And an ironic thing,
you get no arguments
with the
from me.
I'm the same team.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there because, I mean, this we got
let me answer Anthony's question.
Yeah,
we said Mahomes, Brady, and Rodgers. Those were the ones we put over Stafford.
And you know what? You would get no arguments from me. And as much as I love Josh Allen, because even me and Nick had on the late night show, we had our top quarterbacks of the NFL.
We ranked each conference.
Yeah, we ranked each conference. And right now, I even picked Josh Allen over Mahomes just because of quarterback play. Like, let's look at that game. Like,
I mean, Josh Allen has a huge arm. So he has a great upside. A huge arm. I mean, he a fullback coming out that backfield.
No, he's a defensive end. He is 6'5".
He's like all-star. What an arm. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, real quick. This came in on Bleacher Report. Kyler Murray's new contract requires 4 hours of independent study a week.
Why would it require
you
that?
Shouldn't be paying your guy $46.5 million if you gotta make
him study
doing your job part of the contract. Look at Mar's face.
What are we studying on? What independent study? What are we doing?
I guess film study, film review.
You better be studying.
He doesn't do enough film review, and they want it done on his own. How you paying a guy $46 million if you can't trust him to do the work without it being in the contract?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
What?
That's crazy.
But wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
I know.
Hold on.
That's my face. If you go back and look at my face when the alert came in, I was like, this
hold on.
Serious?
All right.
I'm trying to Pop Warner quarterback.
Right. So if that's in the contract, then that means that the team has already had concerns about Kyler Murray's, I guess, worth ethic, commitment. Yeah. That's a better way to say it.
Let me add to the report. Ian Rappaport tweeted, Kyler Murray does 4 hours of game studying on his own. And similar to the team wanting him around for the offseason as the face of the franchise, Arizona wanted a commitment in writing while going to a certain place money-wise. Basically, they're saying not so much in season, even off season, we want you here. We want you in the building. We want you to be our leader. So it sounds like it's more independent study amendment. Let me read this. Go ahead. Let me read up on this.
Hey, hold on, because that makes me think of something. Like I don't know. Is that a way for him? Is that a way for the team to say, hey, that like 100% cancel all this like possible baseball movement? Is that what this is? Like, is this? Hey, we want you 100% focused on Arizona. Or like, I'm confused on why do you have to have this clause?
It may be some things outside.
I think I have that answer right here.
Oh, go ahead.
So this is actually from the contract, the independent study addendum between the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. Player agrees to the following off-field requirements. Player shall complete at least 4 hours of independent study as defined below each week during the season, excluding the bye week. The playing season is independent study means player studies the material provided to him by the club in order to prepare for the club's next upcoming game, including without limitation any such material provided via an iPad or other electronic device, blah, 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 blah. In the event player breaches this addendum in any respect at any time during the term of the contract, players shall be deemed in default of the contract. Basically, they would have an out clause.
They can void. That's
some sneaky gangster shit, though. And for the organization, like, we know you don't like to do it on your own. Sign this.
Wow.
Yeah, but that still gets me that as a quarterback, someone has to put that as a player. Period. Someone has to put that in your contract. That's part of your job. Studying film, studying.
But come on, Mel. That's to me. That's literally saying that. Hey, that's to me. What I'm getting off of this is that Arizona Cardinals say, "Yeah, Kyler, we love you, but there's something about you that is really irking us, and it's you not being committed."
Here's the thing. This speaks to a lot of things. Now, let's open up a lot about his behavior last year, how he handled it. You know, how some of the collapses that he had. All the stuff kind of speaks to that, because you think about it, some of that stuff can be overcome through studying certain schemes, studying certain things in film. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of can speak to that. And think about his behavior, how he handled the whole he damn near pounded like a baby. He sat down, pouted. All that stuff kind of speaks to his maturity level. Because you got to put that in a grown man's contract about his job. That speaks to your maturity level.
Do you know what this could be called instead of the player study addendum?
What's that?
We need you to care more clause.
There you go.
When you start off 7-0 and you're winning these games and your deficiencies are being masked. World's great, right? You're 7-0. Everyone's talking about how deep can their run go. Is this a Super Bowl team? And then you end up the season.
Good point, Anthony.
You end up the season 3-6. That's when you find out what people are really about in adversity. Everyone's on top of the mountain, stands there the same. They stand like this. They're afraid to tip over. How you get to the top of the mountain tells me more about you than when you're at the top.
Facts.
When you're 7-0, you're at the top of the league, right? Then you end up 3-6. They spent more time studying you than you spent studying them.
Right. That's a good point. That's right.
When I said I had him down to like 18 at quarterback, people laughed at me. How you got him that low? I don't see it.
I mean, the talent is there.
Nick Foles did it in January. Nick Foles never played a whole fucking season as quarterback.
Right?
When he got in January and February, he ran the table.
Man,
you're right, man. I agree with that.
Don't mean shit. You can go 4-0 every year in September and end up 4-12.
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead, Lamar.
His agent's got to know this.
Oh yeah, no,
he's got to say they're putting this clause in, and they can get out if you don't meet this. You don't sign without knowing an out clause.
Well, here's the thing. They're only requiring 4 hours a week. So
which
my
not
thing
a lot.
which is not a lot. So you can do that. You can do that in one whole day if you really just do it. My thing is look. Here's why certain
you should have that by Monday afternoon, right?
Yes.
That's team study. That's team. They're saying independent on your own.
No, but I'm saying
Monday night, Nick,
independently, you can knock that out in one day.
You should have. You should have that 4 hours in on your own before you hit the practice field on Wednesday.
Right.
Here's what make the greats the greats. Is because it's not about what meeting team requirements of, say, practice and studying. It's about wanting to actually be great. There's a difference between saying you are great and being great. Michael Jordan wasn't great just because he just did the minimum and go to practice and go to team study. No, Michael Jordan wasn't great because even after practice, he's still putting up shots. Kobe was great because he still put up shots after or before games. This is why Tom Brady has lasted 20 plus years in the NFL, because he took the fuel of being drafted 199th overall in the 6th round and said, I'm going to make people pay for passing me up. He takes the time. It's not about hitting minimum requirements in the NFL or NBA or Major League Baseball.
Right.
It's literally sacrificing the time to be great. Anybody can look. That's what separates. Look, when everybody is in a professional league, you reach a certain point, a certain level, because you are gifted with certain athletic abilities, certain athletic gifts. But that's what separates Tom Brady. It's like you said, it's the intangibles. He takes the time out to go study his opponent, because, like you said, man, when you study your opponent, there's a certain things that your team will show you how to beat them, because guess what? The eye in the sky never lies.
Right.
And you're not going to know that if you're not studying. You know why Jamarcus Russell was such a damn bust? It's because he didn't study. He didn't take the time to put.
But he could throw the ball through the uprights from the 50 on his knee,
and that's fine.
But you know
what? But you know what?
Too much lean.
Games.
Too much
guess
lean.
what? If you can't read defenses, you can't take advantage of the tendencies that the opponent defense is showing you. Because if you watch the film, here's a great story about Jamarcus Russell.
There is one.
Well, no. Well,
I thought what I said was the only good thing that ever happened.
well, it's not a good light on him. It shows you on no matter what we're speaking about. So there was a player that was on the team, and he was talking with the offensive coordinator, and the offensive coordinator had a DVD disc, and he says, "Hey, Jamarcus, take a look at this. Let me know what plays you want to run, and come back to me tomorrow, and we'll implement the game plan." And next day, Jamarcus Russell comes in. Hey, man, I love the whole DVD. Let's implement it all in the whole game plan. And guess what the offensive coordinator did?
It was blank.
Wasn't it like a concert or something? Oh, it was blank.
No, it was a blank disc. So he knew that he wasn't studying. He wasn't putting in the effort. He got the guaranteed money. Jamarcus Russell, number 1 overall draft. I done already got the money for generational wealth. But okay, what are you going to do to put in the work to validate that worth that you got? Like now, Kyler Murray, you got the money, you got the contract. Now it seems like they're forcing you to be at that mental level, like you said, Mel. This goes to mental capacity of Kyler Murray.
Maturity, right to where my approach is going to be. You just hit where like my lead point is going to be. Yeah,
it's like we got to force you to want to be the best. We're paying you as a top 2. He's paid as a top 2 quarterback.
Yeah, he is.
He's paid as a top 2 quarterback, and all three of us can, without a shadow of a doubt, can sit here and say that he's not top 2 quarterback. We know that for sure. But when you hear shit like this, I can't even put you in my top 10. I don't even think you're in top 15 now. I got to readjust where I actually see Kyler Murray now, because you are just literally resting
Tom
on
Petty, free falling.
Look, let's be honest. He is literally resting on his athletic abilities and screaming that he's a top 5 quarterback. It takes more than just your athletic abilities to be a quarterback in the NFL. They got to force you to do this.
Now. You're living in my brain right now.
This is atrocious, man.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
Let me add this to what you just said.
Go ahead. Free balling.
Fuck the Arizona Cardinals organization. Because you don't give $230 million to somebody that you have to negotiate caring, drive, motivation, initiative, leadership. You don't pay $230 and be like, we need you just to be better at what you've done so far, but we're going to give you $230 million. I would trade him to the Oakland A's right now.
Oh, let him go play baseball.
Yeah. I would never sign that. I would never give him that contract. I would never. If you have to include this, there are backup quarterbacks that self-motivate.
I
know it's dangerous to be in that motherfucking head, though.
But what do you mean, Anthony? But look at Lamar. Well, I mean, I don't think Lamar is in Kyler's boat.
No. Oh, after this, definitely not. I would take Lamar Jackson over Kyler Murray in a heartbeat right now.
Well, I don't know if that's what I mean. I mean, Anthony, you saying Lamar don't study either? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think that's the case. I just think that Lamar Jackson is.
No, I'm asking. I'm talking about what Anthony said.
Anthony, yeah. But I'm saying, but for me to answer the question, I think Lamar Jackson is 100% motivated to be the best that he can be because he wants to win.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, say what you want. Lamar was pissed that they traded Hollywood Brown away.
Mm-hmm.
That shows that he cares because he's like, yo, I just had a 1,000-yard receiver. Y'all just traded him away in a run-first offense, and y'all traded him away. To me, that shows that man is literally caring about what's going to help his team, the Baltimore Ravens, get to another point. I mean, you don't become MVP just because, from happenstance.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I say this.
Well, those are two different points, though. But go ahead, Lamar. Go ahead.
Well, no, but I mean, and to your point, Anthony, that he uses his legs 100%. I don't. That's just the scheme that is ran in Baltimore because they realize what they got in an athlete. All right, it's a run first offense in Baltimore. There's no doubt about that. Lamar is part of that running offense because why not use it? Why not? He's an athlete. But then you get the passing game that is predicated off the success of the run, and so that's how Lamar Jackson is used as a quarterback, is to make sure that the run gets going as an offense that can open up his ability to be a passer.
It's his escape mechanism. That's what he knows. That's what he used to playing.
Mm-hmm.
He played like that in Louisville.
He's gonna have to evolve.
He's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to. I'm just saying, but speaking more to his point. And then when Harbaugh got him there, he continued to build the offense around him running.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there was no one there to kind of wing him off a run first. So that's what he knows. That's what he does. So that's why he does that. You know, and
the offense is still schemed that way. So
that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's why he does that. There's no one there telling him, hey, let's build our offense around you. Pass first. Your run is your last resort. You have it. It's a good weapon to have, but that's your last resort. And I think there's no one telling that because they build an offense around him. You don't see nothing run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's why.
Like
but
you got McLaren at quarterback. You don't ask him to be
right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't ask him to do that. It's not what he does. Randall Cunningham's the perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really start getting deep into the playoffs, though, until he learned how to play the quarterback position from the pocket. He went 15-1 that year in Minnesota, and if Gary Anderson kicks a field goal, he's going to the Super Bowl.
True.
Right.
True.
Right.
So, I mean, you can't put that on Randall. Randall did everything he could. I mean, that was a fantastic season. You go back and look at that 98 team that he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
and then they draft Culpepper. They don't draft a kicker. They draft Culpepper. Minnesota's Minnesota. I know Randall was old, man, but you come up with 15-1 season. Lamar, get out of Nick's brain. You want to help
and then the Lions want to pick him up.
Goes off in my head. That's just you in my head. I'm gonna give you if I ever sing a Biggie song out loud, I'd be like, "It's Lamar. He's Lamar." They lost to Atlanta with Jamal Anderson and Chris Chandler in '98.
Yeah, NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That team was rolling.
I think it went to overtime because that was the game before Jets and Denver that day.
Yeah, they were rolling that game, man. They were rolling that game.
That season, they were a machine.
Oh yeah, bro, that team was stacked. I mean, you got Randy Moss had that freakish rookie season.
Chris Carter,
Jake Reed as a third option,
running back.
Robert Smith, yep.
You had Randall in the middle of that defense.
Another Ohio State Buckeye. There you go, Detroit Mail.
Fuck you and Ohio State.
Anthony, 100%, man. I don't see Baltimore winning it. I just don't. Their defense isn't great enough to carry them like they did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And with all these guns you got in the AFC, man, it's going to be a crap. You're not going to see a dynasty in the AFC.
No,
because the quarterback play is so elite. Like the Rams can get there the next couple of years. Who do you see in the NFC that, as the Rams stay healthy, you can't. If you're taking any team in the NFC, you got to put money on a bet right now. Who's going to make multiple Super Bowls the next couple of years? You're not taking anybody in the AFC. You're going to bet the Rams.
Oh, without a doubt.
The Rams will be the betting favorites because the path is easier. Brady's almost got to be done. We keep saying it every fucking year for the last 10 years. But he's got to be close to being done. Rodgers is near the end. They had a massive hit. 49ers, we don't know what Lance is, but the rest of their team is constructed to make a Super Bowl run. If they can get Kyler Murray play from him, but more consistent than Kyler Murray. I cannot.
I hope his commitment is more better than fucking Kyler Murray. This shit is really like. I'm not a Cardinals fan. Obviously, y'all know that. But if I'm a Cardinals fan, I'm irritated.
I'm pissed off.
That's
why I said fuck the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah,
you're paying a guy who you gotta basically.
All right, let me use this example. You with a girl.
I'm listening.
Every week she goes out and cheats on you on Friday night.
I'm not listening.
Giving her a ring? No. Because she don't have what it takes to commit long term. How do you pay this man a record contract and he don't have what it takes? You know he don't have what it takes because, excuse me, there was similar to what you said, Lamar, with the film thing. Teams do that in the combine.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give you the playbook. Middle of the playbook, random page. They'll be like, tell your mom we said we give her our best. Mm-hmm. And then they'll see me. Hey, did you give your mom a message? What message? Boom, you're not on our list. We're not drafting you.
Right.
Like I'm dumbfounded.
You don't give no 12-year-old keys to a Lamborghini.
Never. That thing, you better have good insurance because that thing might
be fucked when they're little as hell and they can't see over the wheel.
Well, that's why I said 12-year-old.
Hey, that shit about to get fucked up. Look.
Yeah, man. He can't handle it. He can't handle it.
You see this when he's driving.
I'm just dumbfounded because my thing is if you knew this was an issue before you even decided to even have contract negotiations, why even have? First of all,
why you have it? How you let it get leaked out?
No. My thing is, bro, this is a business.
Contracts become public once they're signed.
Oh, they do.
You can't.
Okay.
Anybody in the league can access it.
This is a business. I want you to prove that you can actually be worth this money. I wouldn't give him shit until I can see that you can prove it, bro. I mean, look. We've all worked places and we wanted raises. What did your boss say? Hey, man, look, I want to give you the money, but this is what I need.
You told me to close the door.
No, but I'm saying. I tried to ignore it. I tried to ignore it, but I don't want to know what you did to get your raises. But we've all been in a situation where we go to our bosses, we like, hey, man, I feel like I need some love. Like I feel like I've been doing a great job. So what does your bosses say? Hey, look, right now I can't give it to you, but this is what I'm looking from you. If you can do this for me, we can come back to the table and renegotiate. Like, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to be more punctual, be more, on time. I need you to show more care, as in, you're not rushing. You're taking the actions to show that you're doing your job and have some care in it. You do that for 30, 60 days. We can come back to the table, renegotiate, because they want. Look, it's not like they don't want to give you the money.
Even that scenario you just presented. You're bribing someone to do what we asked. Now, I want you doing that all the time on your own. I don't want to.
You're right. You're right. You're right, Nick. You're right.
To make you want to be great.
I think more to Lamar's point, though, Nick. I think he's saying though, even with that, you still don't give him. You don't give up the money before you prove that you can do it. Just get something out of it. I mean, if you think about it from the standpoint when players are in contract negotiation years. They pretty much doing the same thing, they're trying to prove what they can for that year so they can get money.
Prove your worth.
You're proving your worth. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Players do it all the time in contract years.
And then sometimes they keep giving them money and they be shit the next year.
Yeah. Some players. Some players are different. Yeah. I mean, some players are different. They'll prove it that they're worth the money, get the money, and then they prove why they're worth the money. Some players prove that they're worth the money, they got the money, and then they ain't worth shit. But either way, I need you to prove that you're worth the money.
I'm really dumbfounded by this.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
This does not scream second greatest contract in NFL history. And this goes to the point that I've been trying to make for years, and people have been telling me on Facebook I'm wrong all the time. Just because you're the next guy up, don't mean you got to be paid like one of the best in the league.
No, facts.
Who else? Kyler Murray's a free agent right now today. Nobody's paying that guy $230.
No.
You telling me before after this information came out?
What has he done to deserve
No.
the second?
Mel. Before this came out, but even before this came out, he's not 230 million.
Oh yeah, we said we said that anyway. The last time we first discussed it,
I'm sick of it. Just because he's up next, he's got to be paid like that. No.
But the league,
that's not how it works. Stop pretending that your quarterback is a top quarterback. If your quarterback's a middle of the pack quarterback, you pay him like a middle of the pack quarterback. You don't give $46 million to the average and mediocre.
I don't disagree with you.
Other teams.
But the league sets the precedent. This is the league's fault. This is the league's fault.
No, Mel. That's not the league's fault. No, hold on.
I'm saying, because
the league sets the market. But as a franchise, just because the league sets the market, don't mean I need to pay you of what the league sets the market.
Everybody keep acquiescing to it. Everybody acquiesces to it. It's like when the next guy come up, they pay him. Then somebody else come up, they pay him. So that's why I say collectively it's the league's fault. Maybe not the NFL as a shield itself, but collectively as a group, they setting precedents for this. There's still somebody stepping up and saying, "Hey, look, we're not paying him, or because they're not worth that." And then now you set another precedence, and then people will start following suit of that. Until that happens, he's gonna keep following suit. That's just the way it is.
Anthony, to answer your question, I think Kirk Cousins is around $37 million a year. He's right under 40.
Yeah,
but his contract is fully
year in and year
out. Oh yeah, without a doubt,
most consistent quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah,
Kirk is the turtle and the rabbit in the hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not the flashiest, but he gets there. He does what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna put up 30 touchdowns. He's gonna put up 4,000 yards. He's gonna have some head scratching moments, and he's gonna have some throws that you're like, why isn't this guy a top 5 quarterback?
Hey Nick, but at the same time,
because he played for Michigan State.
But at the same time, he better put up those numbers when you got Adam Thielen and damn Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. You better put up some numbers. Just saying.
I wanted to answer a question you asked when you were on your little rant.
Right.
That their name is right here. There would be like there it is. Perfect. Chiefs. They went so over the top and overboard on the Mahomes contract. Domino effect. The league fucking the league. Because now everyone else has got to kind of get close. But you went from $25 million a year for a quarterback to 50. You doubled it. You jumped too many in one jump. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was too much. You should have gave them. We're gonna give you.
I disagree, man.
$160 million, and then we'll reassess in 4 years. We'll see where the league is. But to go 10 years or 45, and it's
yeah. But I'm saying like, but even when you break down Patrick Mahomes' contract, he's not the highest paid quarterback. Josh Allen gets paid more to him. Deshaun, now
Kyler,
and Aaron Rodgers is the only $50 million man a year. So I hear what you're saying, but when you look at how he breaks down,
but that was the explosion. That's what made Rodgers hold out to get another contract. He's like, hold up, man. If we're doing this, I'm getting in on it.
Well, no, fucking. First of all, Rodgers is one greedy son of a bitch. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
So
that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
he kept Devontae. He said he did to keep Devontae with him.
Well. Look, if you ask me personally, I think Devontae got sick of all the bullshit and the drama that comes with Aaron Rodgers year in and year out, every offseason. I think that drained on him enough.
You went to school at Fresno State, man. It sucks in Wisconsin. It sucks. Literally, if you back out of your driveway too fast, you can actually go hit the fucking stadium. Like that's how it's built in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, to Mel's point, because I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that. If you're a good enough player to start, you're good enough to get paid, but I mean you should get top dollar for your play if you're not worth it. So to say because Kirk Cousins is good enough to be a starter, I mean he's worth the money he's getting. I don't think that's a fact. I think he may be good enough to get paid because he's good enough to start, but he's not good enough to get top dollar.
Hey, come on. You're not going to shit on Kirk Cousins, bro. You go look at what he's doing, bro. He's putting up good numbers.
It's Captain Consistent.
That doesn't mean he's good enough to get top dollar.
Well, he's about
to get paid.
I say this. He's
pay him because he's valuable to your franchise, so pay him. I'm not saying that.
He's in top 7 of quarterback money.
Let me say this.
Top 7.
He come in, negotiate his contract.
He give him the short contracts. He did 3 years, 90.
Right.
And now he's staying with when the league explodes, I'm going to explode with it and keep doing a short extension.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So if Kirk Cousins
and add a caveat, both of his 3-year contracts in Minnesota have been fully guaranteed. I mean, his agent had been smart about
I can't be mad at his agent. I can't be mad at his agent. Well, okay, so do you pay him $50 million?
No,
I'm not paying that.
But Minnesota not. Minnesota is paying him in the top 10 because if you look at what Kirk Cousins is doing, he's still producing top 10.
I'm basing words on what the owners take home.
He's still producing top 10 play.
I think that's a different conversation, though, Mel.
It is.
I think that's a very different conversation. If you're talking about
salary cap,
but I'm saying even if you're talking about equal, like valuable, what they bring in based on what they pay the players, I won't disagree with you on that. Can players get more based on what they bring in? Yeah, but I think it's a different conversation than based on you talking about the worth of a player based on just because he's a starter, he should get top dollar. I think those are 2 different conversations. I just think they are.
It is because there's a hard cap in the NFL. If you want to, it's a different rabbit hole. I know we got to get into the Dolphins and the Patriots, so I'm not even going to rush it. We could short these 2 teams because they're both dog shit and their fan base. But we can. If you want to talk about making the cap greater, that I see, but you still have to structure your team with this contract. Now you're going to lose big players eventually. Chiefs just lost Tyreek Hill. Not saying it's only because of the Mahomes contract, but you got to say it's kind of a domino effect because you're putting so many eggs in one basket. You ain't got enough eggs to feed everybody else eventually. And you're gonna
I don't know. I would use another example because Tyreek wanted top wide receiver money and he got it.
You might not beat Buffalo if it's not for Tyreek Hill. So that money to me is worth it because what he does with the ball in his hands.
Hold on, Nick. Now hold on, because me and you have had numerous conversations on the late night show that he is not a top wide receiver in the league.
He's the top weapon.
Yeah,
he's the top.
Okay,
ball in his hands. There's nobody better.
Top weapon. That's fine, and we can word it that way. But I'm talking about position wise. I can name at least 4 or 5 receivers off the top of my head that I would have at wide receiver before Tyreek. And Tyreek left $24 million on the table. He just wanted more. He wanted more than Devontae Adams, and he got it. Just not in the Chiefs uniform. So
I don't disagree with nothing you're saying. I just think it's 2 separate conversations. That's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with nothing you're saying. I just think we having 2 different conversations when you're talking about paying somebody, paying Kirk. I'm using Kirk Cousins as an example, giving him top dollar or $50 million. Let's say $50 million versus what he produces on the field. He's consistent. Pay him because he's valuable to your team. Pay the man. I'll talk about Kirk Cousins all the time, but I mean, I'm still real to what what I see. He's a consistent player. He's valuable to your team. You pay him. I'm not paying him $50 million. I'm not paying what I pay Aaron Rodgers or what I'm paying Josh Allen because he don't have that talent level. Now, if you're talking about the business and all that stuff, I think it's a separate conversation.
Well, let's be honest. When these players go to the negotiation table, they have an idea where they're valued at.
Right.
And the team has an idea where that player is valued at. Look, I just saw episode 2 of The Captain. Derek Jeter. I mean, the man was 24 years old around that early in his years, just won a couple of World Series, and he goes up to arbitration. Because he wasn't really making money off his baseball contract. He was making probably a little under than $1 million. So when it comes to arbitration, he goes, hey, Yankees, I'm worth $5 million. George Steinbrenner turns around and says, yeah, we love you there, but you're not worth $5 million. Knowing that he's been integral to 2 World Series championships, the resurgence of a dynasty, and yet where Derek sees his value at and when the Yankees see his value at are two different money figures.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when it comes to where that negotiation at, where there has to be some kind of give and take between the player and the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but at the end of the day, the organization has the power to say, you know what, we'll sacrifice it because you have done this for us. We'll pay you. Or they can say, yeah, we love you, but not at that price.
Right.
Move on.
Right.
That's just the unfortunate part of it. So I think we got to start looking at the conversation on how these players are getting paid is looking at those two different figures. Player value, where the player sees himself, and where the organization sees them. Now, with this Kyler Murray contract, obviously, the organization and Kyler Murray are see eye to eye on the value of him.
Mm-hmm.
But now, of course, with the added contract language today, the organization says, yeah, we see you at this, but we're going to need something for you to make sure that you are adhering to this value.
Let me ask this question to Mel, then we'll move on. So if Kirk Cousins sells a whole lot of jerseys and wins you, gets you in the playoffs every year, right? Every year, but loses, but gets you in the playoffs every year. His gameplay is not as great as another top tier quarterback. You still saying he should get paid top dollar? Or let me say this: say he sells a lot of jerseys based on everything, but he doesn't play. He plays subpar. You still saying he should get top money? Because you saying ticket sales and all that stuff, he brings to the negotiating table. Yeah, I think it's part of your negotiation, but I still think how you play on the field should be added into part of that negotiation.
I don't think it should be any part of it because it's a team sport. You can't have 53 guys with that same mentality.
Mm-hmm.
An individual sport, yes. If you're a golfer, look at Live now, right? The new golf thing. These guys are getting paid to show up. Don't matter if you win or not. What you bring to the table is perfect for what Mel's saying now. Because they're going to watch because Brooks Koepka's there. Bryson DeChambeau's there. They're watching. You're not getting paid to win. You're getting paid to play. And that is now getting paid your individual worth of what you bring to the table. In a team sport, I don't think a player can have that mentality. Because if everybody goes and does that, you can't pay everybody. And all those numbers are known. I mean, these guys get it paid. They get it with the NFL Players Association. They get a cut of every jersey, so they know how many jerseys are sold.
I see where both males are coming from on this topic. I'm just going to say this because at the end of the day, it's always about what? Dollars and cents. And I see where Mel's point is because when Melvin Wall's point is because like if I'm a certain player, even though I'm not playing at the top of my position, if I'm still helping your team make billions of dollars because of jersey sales, because my jersey is getting sold,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's bringing eyes to your product, your organization. I should be able to take into account of my contract negotiations. I should be able to. But I also see your point, Detroit Mail, is because you're saying, hey, if I may bring you in ticket sales, but what are them ticket sales doing if we not winning championships? If I'm not playing at the top of my position, and I get that point,
right? And that's what I say. I say if you valuable to your team, you should get paid. I'm not denying that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because what Kirk Cousins is valuable to the Vikings. Without Kirk Cousins,
he's valuable to the Vikings.
Yeah, so I'm saying he's valuable to the Vikings. So without Kirk Cousins, the Vikings are not winning as many games we have won. Period. I don't disagree with that.
But in the same breath, he's also he's slightly of an anchor because there's certain plays he can't make.
And also on top of that, because the way it's structured, now you want to talk about changing the structure, that's a whole different conversation. Go back to what I was saying. The structure is certain things sets the market. So, going back to what Nick was saying about the Chiefs quarterback, Mahomes, he kind of started off setting the market a certain way, the next one up, and that's how it was going down. So if you're not at least the Mahomes level, you shouldn't even get at least that. You know what I'm saying? Based on that, but you still should get paid based on your value to that team. But let's move on because we got only that 30 minutes.
The Chiefs were everyone was doing leapfrog, going one at a time, and then they jumped like Spud Webb. They were like, "Nah, we're not gonna do this shit. We're gonna fuck everybody. If we're getting fucked, everyone's getting fucked."
No. But trust me, I hear both points. Because, but at the end of the day, you know, it's for the Cardinals to even just dish out that contract. I'm still baffled, but but they still kind of, if you really look at it, kind of still protected themselves with that clause.
I don't disagree with that, man. See, I just think maybe it's a part we're missing something because I don't disagree even with that statement. You know what I'm saying? I don't disagree with that. Let me say that because I don't want to keep going on a rabbit hole. I also get to this other point, but I don't disagree with that. It made it so the conversation we can pick up again on another show. I like the conversation. I would like to pick it up and continue it.
Yeah,
but we got to get to the
yes because we are kicking off.
Melvin Wall would be perfect in the Dallas Cowboys front office. Like let's make money. Right? Gives a shit if we don't win. We're putting 100,000 people in the stadium every year, even if it's not every week. If it's not our fans, people from other teams are coming.
But like I said, we're good. Mel always starting something. So.
But look, Mel has a great point. Not every franchise are in the business to win. Yes. It is still a money making. All right, y'all. So, as always, if anybody, to all our viewers and listeners who have been paying attention, we are on our NFL preview leading up all the way through training camp to the opening day of NFL football. So, we are on to our next division. It's the big homie Knicks division, the AFC East. And we already covered the NFC East. What else did we cover? We covered
AFC
the
South.
AFC South.
And please go back to our YouTube channels. Go check out those previews of the Texans, the Jaguars, Colts, the Titans, of course, the Washington Commanders, the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Eagles.
Get you the vinegar and water, baby.
Yeah, snap that pussy back. Anyway,
we couldn't say vagina, and then you drop that.
We scared with you in cold words, Lamar.
My bad. It's like when I hear the vinegar bath, I can't help but to do the Mike Epps. Just snap that pussy back. Like I said, I can't help it. My bad. Anyway,
the views expressed by Lamar Wallace.
Zuckerberg, if you're listening, please don't take our show off.
Nah, damn that. No, don't. That's an important view. All right. Look, you can't be all in there with the Arby's roast beef just all loosey goosey. All right. Anyway,
go ahead.
We are on to the AFC East, and we'll get to the Jets later in our series because we will be covering, of course, our three teams that we reported: the Jets, Lions, and Chiefs on our last episode. But we're going to get into the Dolphins and Patriots today. We're going to do the Dolphins first because they came second to last, 9-8 last year. And big homie Nick, you got transactions, draft picks that they did this year for the Dolphins.
Give me a second. I had the Patriots up because.
All right. That's fine. Let's keep the Patriots up. Yeah, let's go to Patriots. 10-7. They went 10-7. They went 10-7, did make it to the playoffs, got bounced out by the Buffalo Bills in the first round. So go ahead, Nick, on transactions, free agency, draft, and what they've done in the offseason.
Last year they went ballistic, right? Like they spent more guaranteed money last year in free agency than Belichick had spent combined like the previous 14 years or something like that. Last year was very uncharacteristic. It was Tom Brady won without me. I have to prove I can win without him. So he went out and spent all this stupid money. So they didn't have a very big, flashy offseason. Like they brought back Malcolm Butler. Bailey Zapp, like a Trevor Siemian type of backup quarterback for Mac Jones, who'll probably play this year because Mac Jones is going to be a bag of shit. They added Pierre Strong to add to Harris. They have Damian Harris, their running back still, Stevenson. James White. They got a lot of running backs. I guess you have to. The quarterback sucks. They traded or signed Devontae Parker with the Dolphins. I forget. Did they trade? They traded. It was traded because we were like in division trades are rare.
No, I think they signed him because Dolphins were moving off of him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were going to cut him. I think they gave up like a conditional pick. They brought in Tyquan Thornton from the Bears.
Yeah,
it's very underwhelming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they traded away N'Keal Harry. They finally gave up on that.
Yeah, finally gave up on that. They got like a couple running backs in the draft too.
Yeah, that was the first name I think.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Pierre Strong and Kevin
Strong. Yeah, and Kevin Harris, right?
They traded Shaq Mason to Tampa, which
that baffled me.
They got 3 guards. They went and got 3 guards. I mean, it was an odd.
And wasn't Shaq Mason a Pro Bowl guard?
Yeah, he was their highest rated guard. Yeah. He was their highest rated offensive lineman. On defense, they let Chase Winovich go, brought in Matt Wilson, Malcolm Butler, Jack Jones, and Marcus Jones were all added on the defense. They lost J.C. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And if we know anything from Belichick, as much as he sucks with drafting, when he gets off of a player, it's usually like a red flag to the rest of the league. Like, don't take this guy. and I mean, their draft. Of course, Belichick might find some Belichick-type players, but when you take Cole Strange from Tennessee Chattanooga, who was projected 3rd to 5th round in the first round,
reach.
I don't know. I don't want to. We know how much I hate this team.
Hey,
Nick. I would say it.
Hey, Nick,
I got very bad offseason.
I got you, bro. Because I don't want you to. Because I don't want people to our viewers and listeners to think that you're being biased because you're a Jets fan. Look,
last year I said it. Last year I said they had a very good offseason. They brought in a lot of good names. So I'm not gonna.
I know.
As much as I hate, I don't ever let it affect me.
We know that. But I'm going to take the lead on this because I'll be honest. I'm looking at what they did in the offseason, and I'm looking at their schedule. All right, so they got Dolphins, Steelers, Ravens, Packers, Lions, Browns, Bears, Jets, Colts, Jets again, Vikings, Bills, Cardinals, Raiders, Bengals, Dolphins, and Buffalo to end up the season.
2 wins, Max.
I see seven.
I'm saying it right now. This is going to be a down year for the Patriots. So all you Patriots fans that have all these hopes of what Mac Jones is going to do, look, I think Mac Jones is average at best. And it's not to diss him, but they don't have no weapons. That scares you on offense. Look, I think they'll
trade away your best run blocking guard.
Yeah.
When you're going to need to run the ball more.
Definitely.
I don't know.
I'm with you. It made absolutely no sense. This is very uncharacteristic of a Bill Belichick ran team. Very uncharacteristic.
But he's getting senile.
Like bringing back Malcolm Butler. You let Malcolm Butler go because he made one play. Now you bringing him. I don't know. It's Belichick, right?
Then you bring back
there's been
Patricia and Judge
throughout the years.
Yeah. You bring Matt Patricia back. That makes
you might run offense, and you bring Joe Judge back. And you're debating between a defensive coordinator and a special teams guy who's going to run your offense. This ain't Pop Warner where you just put plays together and call it.
Look,
the Patriots are like Apple. They got this strange little thing going on within them. And it's like when people leave, they come back. Belichick insert them back in. It's like they can't leave the hive. It's Miami Apple. Patriots remind me of Apple, man. But I'm gonna say this. So when we was talking about I was on doing a whole lot of research on the Patriots and stuff, man. People are speaking highly on Mac Jones, man.
That's fine, but they got what offensive coordinator is about to develop a great game plan for him to succeed this year. What great offensive mind? Josh McDaniels is gone.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
To me, that's their biggest loss.
How many Super Bowls did Tom Brady win without him?
What with Josh McDaniels?
Since he became the coordinator. Don't forget, Patriots didn't win a Super Bowl for a decade.
Yeah,
that's true.
They won 0 without him. He was gone for a little bit, and they did not do well. And now everyone gave him credit for Mac Jones starting off well.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy has stayed there. He turned down the Colts head coaching job. He stayed there. Everyone thought he was going to be the head coach in the waiting. I think it speaks volumes about what he thinks of Mac Jones that he left after the rookie year to go take a head coaching job when he could have had any head coaching job the last 6-7 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you leave. Why? Why didn't you leave when Brady left? You leave now because maybe you don't have faith in where the future of this organization is going to be post-Bill. And the quarterback they have is not a guy who's going to win. He's not going to – he's not going to win. I will stake my life on. People are saying he'll have the greatest year 2 quarterback this year. He'll have the worst. I don't think he makes it as a starter.
No, I think he's going to decline.
I don't think Mac Jones going to have a
– Go ahead.
I don't think Mac Jones have a good year based on McDaniels going all that stuff. But I don't think he's as garbage quarterback as everybody say he is.
I'm not saying he's garbage, but I'm saying like
I just think he's in a bad situation because now there's no one there to develop him. You know, you got Patricia or Joe Judge or possibly the combination of both of them running the offense, and there's no one to develop him. Because you know, you look at so I was looking at some of the intangible things people are saying about him. You know, he's a great leader. He came back bigger, stronger. You know, he's good at studying. You know, he's good at studying. He's always studying. Good at reading defenses. No, there's a lot of positive things about him. And so, and when I watched him play last year, I don't think he sucked. I think he has some deficiencies there. But I think with a good coordinator, he could be better and develop. Yeah. Would he be a top notch? I don't know that, but I think he would be I think with a good coordinator, he would have been he had a decent career. Now I think that's up in the air because who they have right now. Now we don't know what the future may bring, but who we have right now.
Man, Patriots be lucky to get a wild card spot. That's a successful season.
3 of the last 4 games they lost last year.
Mm-hmm.
27-17 against the Colts, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Right.
Lost 33-21 against Buffalo at home, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Jacksonville 50-10, stat padding game, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
And then they lost to Miami the last week of the season with 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not everybody can be young Tom Brady.
Yeah,
this team is constructed to be young Tom Brady type.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see this guy. He'll have it's the NFL. If you're a starting quarterback in the NFL, you're going to have a 3 touchdown game with no picks. Everyone's going to have a couple of those throughout the year. So that's the anomaly. Showing me the second time you play Buffalo, the second time you play Miami, and you look like shit. Belichick is the king of what do you take away from us the first time? We're going to do that and other things better the next time we play you. The fact that you played the Dolphins and Bills in the last month of the season and lost to both of them with your quarterback playing poorly tells me that's a major red flag. That's not we need you to study 4 hours type of red flag. That's a major red flag.
You're not gonna let that go.
Hey, Patriots fans out there.
That's like letting your girlfriend go out and be like, "Here's your do not cheat on me card. Make sure you hold this with you." No, you get out of that. You don't extend that. You don't give a ring. You don't make that longer.
Hey, Patriots fans,
you go fuck her mom like Zach Wilson would do, and you move on.
Hey, get ready for a long season.
I'm looking at their schedule, man. Let's look at their schedule.
Man,
maybe 7 wins, maybe.
I'm saying. And
some of it was based on. Okay, let me look. We don't know what the Steelers might look like with their quarterback, so I gave them maybe a possible win in that game. Because we don't know what the Steelers going to look like. They play the Ravens. I think that's a loss. You know, we know the Packers going to look like. I still think that Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback, so I gave them a loss. They probably beat the Lions. We
don't know that, but I don't think that's a gimme game no more.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a gimme game. I'm just going by assumption, just giving them the benefit of the doubt. Browns. We don't know what the Browns gonna look like.
No, Deshaun be playing. He'll be playing. Because I personally think he should get 0 games suspended, but he'll probably get 4.
Well, we don't know. Since we don't know.
But I'm saying is that's week 6. So
that's week 6. If he gets 6 games,
He'll be there.
Okay,
he's not getting 6.
Okay, so
Cleveland would not trade Baker Mayfield.
Okay, that's a loss. So that's a loss. Okay, that's a loss. Then he played as a loss. They'll probably beat the Bears.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll beat the Raiders. I don't think they'll beat the Bengals. It's a toss up because it depends how Tua is going to play with the Dolphins. But I still put it as a loss. I have to put the Bills as a loss. The Jets could possibly beat them. Go ahead.
Here's my guaranteed wins. I think they'll split with Jets. I think they'll split with the Dolphins. So there's 2 wins right there.
Okay.
All right. You might be able to get Chicago. So there's 3.
They get Chicago.
They can get Chicago. That's 3.
Chicago is a train wreck.
Yeah. I think they can probably get Pittsburgh. So there's 4. Other than that, I'm having a hard time seeing other wins in here because they're not going to get a game from the Bills.
They play the Cardinals at home, and that's towards the end of the season. So usually break down by then. So they might beat the Cardinals, and it's a home game.
I think 7 might be too much.
That's 5 or 6, right? I say 5 or 6 right there. I gave them 7 because I wasn't sure about the Browns. So that's how the 7 came in. So 5 or 6.
You look at the talent on this team.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 wins. You look at the coach on this team. You're going to get a couple you don't expect because of Belichick, right? He's going to have some crazy game plans.
Minimum 6. That's what I'm at. 6.
Minimum or maximum?
No,
maximum.
It might be the max at the same damn time. Might be the minimum and the max.
The max is 6. The max is 6.
I'm seeing a real down year for the Patriots. So Patriots fans,
I don't see them because I didn't know about Deshaun, so I that's how I gave him 7. So I say the max is 5 to 6.
It's
and that's just based on if they split with the Jets. The Jets beat them both times, then that's you know what I'm saying.
Let me ask y'all this.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I was going to ask something. Go ahead.
Say the Patriots season go how we're expecting it, 5, 6, maybe 7 wins at best. Bill Belichick walking away?
Nah.
I think he coaches until he dies.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I think he has to have several consecutive bad seasons.
I think he is so driven to win number 7 without Brady to show that he could win one without him. He will probably.
You may be right, Matt. You may be right, but I'm just saying
he's going to have some crazy shit where, like, if he dies,
tank year,
he's going to be like propped up on the side.
Fuck it, tank year. This is his tank year. This is his tank year. He
don't draft well. So.
Vegas has over under at 8.5.
Really?
What, the Patriots?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
That's too high. I'm definitely taking the under on that. If I'm a bet man, I'll take the under on that.
Yeah, I don't see it. Wow. Right, let's go to the Dolphins.
Yeah, let's move on to the Dolphins. They went 9-8 last year. Of course, they had some.
And that's their over under. Their over under is 9. I have that page open now, so let me get that out, and I can move to the.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, their over under win total is 9. That's the Vegas line.
Put Miami right.
Yeah, let me pull them up. Do you know any moves that the Dolphins did this year? Come on.
A couple.
Hey, I tell you what, they got more weapons than the Patriots. I think they'll be.
I think loaded with speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Mostert is one of the fastest guys, if not the fastest guy in the NFL. Chase Edmonds is fast. You got Waddle. You got Hill. You got Gesicki at tight end. You got massive
weapons.
Speed. You bring in Armstead, offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So defense could be suspect. They got decent corners.
Xavier Howard's a beast, man.
Yeah.
They got decent defense though.
No, their defense
They do. Their strength is on the back end. They don't have that.
It is.
They don't have that Jason Taylor.
No, they don't
have Thomas. They don't have that linebacker edge that carried them for so many years.
Mm-hmm. They got a decent pass rush because I like what Emmanuel Ogbah did for him last year. Was good at getting pressure. Here's my thing. this is make it a break year for Tua, in my opinion.
That's all. But I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna add a but to that.
Reason why I say it's make it a break is because, all right, you saw that, decent weapons that he had. He obviously had Jalen Waddle last year. Now you add Tyreek Hill. You got Mostert. You got Edmonds. You got a great underrated tight end in Gesicki. I don't know how he's not talked about as one of the elite tight ends, because I like what he does. He's
I like Gesicki. I like him.
I like Gesicki. This is why it's a make it a break year, because now you got your left tackle in Armstead. Yeah, he's older, but he's a veteran and he's good at left tackle. What's the excuses? What are excuses? All right, they move Fitzpatrick out of the way. All right, there's no more of that. Hell, Jacoby Brissett even spelled him last year. He's moved on. It's, to me, this is they're
they got
saying,
Teddy
hey,
Bridgewater.
Yeah, Bridgewater.
did they?
Yeah, they got Bridgewater.
Oh, well, hell.
And they brought in Melvin Ingram, Sony Michel.
This is definitely.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy, Sony Michel too.
Oh, so the Ronnie and Sony Michel. Oh, so that's
wow, they got a nice team, man.
But then they brought in Melvin Ingram to help on the defense. Bro, this is make it a break it year for Tua. He has to show the progression. Here's what I say. I think the wild factor is. What up, Jamel? I think the wild factor is Mike McDaniel. Because of what he's done with quarterbacks in the past. He made Robert Griffin III look good. When he went to work with Matt Ryan won an MVP. Hell, he made Schaub look decent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He made Jimmy G look good. Yeah.
So he's pretty good with quarterbacks. So if he can't do nothing with Tua can't be helped.
It's also the Shanahan coaching tree too.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
We got Mike LaFleur. That's the other one who Daniel goes in and then he takes LaFleur's job and then he gets the head coaching job after one.
Right.
So everybody's trying to go into that. It's kind of like a mix of old school, new school, right? It's West Coast offense, but with that stretch power run game. Right. And if you dominate the trenches, you have a chance in every game. Armstead's a massive get. That contract was huge.
But if you look at him, Nick, compared to San Francisco, what San Francisco had, you have a similar set with Hill and Debo. You kind of run the same similar offense. You still have Moisture, who you had in San Francisco.
Yep.
You kind of, and then Jalen Waddle, you got to add him to it. He can stretch the field.
Set a rookie record for 104 catches.
Right. And
so he's going to be their 1A. Hill's going to be the weapon. Yeah.
Once we crap on Tua, he can run an RPO.
Yeah, he can.
So you know what I'm saying? So you have potential there. I think this is all based. If Tua pans out, I can see them winning 10 to 11 games based on their schedule.
All right, so let's look at this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying let's look at the schedule. Patriots, Ravens, Bills, Bengals. That's a tough stretch right there. First four.
Yeah.
If they go 2-2 right there, I think they'll be okay with that. So after Bengals, get the Jets, Vikings, Steelers, Lions, Bears, Browns, Texans, San Francisco, Chargers, Bills, Packers, Patriots, and Jets.
All right. I see a loss to the Ravens. I see a loss to the Bills.
Yep.
And I see a close one in Cincinnati, but I see they might pull it out. But I don't know how. Like I said before, how Tua pans out. The Jets is not a toss up. You know what I'm saying? They playing the division. They used to them. The Jets got a lot of good players in there, but I'm gonna give them a benefit. I said win with the Jets. The Vikings, that's another toss up game. If I give them a benefit, I'll give them a win with that. The Steelers,
I give them a benefit of that.
Get a benefit of that. The Lions, I give them the benefit of that one.
Bears,
they'll beat the Bears. Ain't no benefit. They'll beat the Bears. Browns, Deshaun's playing. I see a loss. Texans,
they'll beat Texans.
Yeah, beat the Texans. 49ers. We don't know what Trey gonna look. You know what I'm saying? If Trey looks good, that might be a close game. Plus, they kind of familiar each other. So, because think about when the Patriots played Brady
and the Bucs
that first time,
yeah,
they played them
familiar
tight.
with it. They're familiar.
They played them tight.
Yeah,
and really, if they didn't miss the field, they didn't make that field goal, they'd lost. Tampa Bay would have lost. So I don't know about that game. I'm not going to automatically give them a win with that one.
I'm just basically looking at their schedule and what they did. They're going to have the weapons. I hear what you're saying about McDaniels being the caveat, but I'm still thinking it all starts and ends with Tua.
Do they sweep the Jets? Let me ask
No. They split. I think they split.
So, okay.
I think they split the Jets.
Okay, so split the Jets.
I think they beat. I think they sweep the Patriots.
Oh, they sweep the Patriots. So now you're looking at 2 from the Patriots. Well, that's 3 games. That's 3 wins right there. Mm-hmm. We said they're gonna beat the Steelers. That's 4.
Yep. Beat the Bears.
We said beat the Bears. That's 5. Lose to the Chargers.
Lions.
Okay, that's 6. What about the Bills? Split a sweep?
Nope.
Lose both of them?
Yeah. They lose both of them.
Okay. Who I leave out?
Not there. Tua can't beat Josh Allen.
Packers.
That's a toss-up.
Where? That's in Miami Christmas night.
No, they playing in Lambeau.
No. That's in no. That's in Miami Christmas.
Is it Miami? Oh, okay. I wrote it down wrong.
Yeah,
okay.
Because the NFL did the fuck you to the NBA, and on Christmas Day they put every team that has a home game.
Me saying that
on NBA Christmas Day. The NFL put the same fucking team at home that day to go screw you.
So we had 6 now. What about the Vikings?
They could beat them.
Okay, that's 7.
That's a home game. I'll give them that. That's 7.
Is that everybody? That's everybody, right?
Yeah.
Steelers. We said Steelers already, right?
Yeah. I'm saying 7
games.
Wins.
So 7, 8 games. And what'd you say? Vegas have them at 9. That's close. Because there's a few. I'm saying there's a few of them we weren't sure about.
Yeah.
1 or 2. So I mean, it's close.
On paper, they're better.
Right.
And
Tua is the wild card. It's all about how Tua it flows to Tua. They got the weapons.
They definitely got the weapons, man.
I mean, on paper, we think McDaniels will be a good coach. You know what I'm saying? We hope that translates what he did from previous time to now translate to head coaching success.
And they put all of their investments this season into the offense, right? They wanted to kickstart the offense, and then you got I.O.W. Who'd you say before?
Emmanuel Ogbah.
Yeah.
And then you pair him with Melvin Ingram, so they're trying to get a pass rush.
They got Melvin Ingram. You got Howard, so you got some nice chips on the defense.
Right.
They always got fast, athletic linebackers. That's always been like their trait. You know, you got to be able to run down in that heat. So you can't have big linebackers when you're down there. And I think going forward, offensive line and build this defense. And if you get average quarterback play, as the 49ers proved when they got to the Super Bowl and played the Chiefs, with this scheme, if you have a dominant offensive line and you can play defense and get at the quarterback, you have a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Even with all of the elite arms in the AFC, if you can play defense and run the ball and keep those guys off the field, you got a shot.
Sure.
Yeah. I think, in my opinion, I think the Dolphins are battling with the Jets for second place.
Okay.
But
I don't think either hits 10.
No.
But I think they're both around 8 or 9.
Yeah, I say 8. So
I would take the under. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would definitely bet the under. But come on, man, this to it at some point you got to start showing that you can win games.
I agree.
Because now to me, all the excuses are gone. Like you got the weapons now. All the excuses are absolutely.
They got pieces around them. They got them a line around them. They got protection. You got running backs to kind of keep the pressure off you. You got people to throw it to. You got a defense to to help
keep you in the game.
You in the game. And you don't have to be back on the field, you know what I'm saying, on the field for so long. I mean, you got everything there. So
I would just to back off what you said, Mel, I will throw this caveat in there just because the coach, seeing what he did with what's his name, Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
Like he
Giants, he's not saying fuck y'all.
Oh my gosh. Look, he has the potential to probably tap. He'll do his best to accentuate what Tua does well.
Yeah.
He is an accurate quarterback. All right, I'll give Tua that. But as in the arm strength and arm talent is not there compared to other quarterbacks. So, and like the RPO, it could play a factor in this. We'll see. We will see. But that's why this is a preview show.
The interesting, I'm gonna say this before we close. The interesting I saw, I was watching something else, and the guy was trying to show the receipts of Tua being a throw deep. Every time they show him, he was like, "The dang on 30." I said, "Man, that ain't deep." He goes from the 30 to the end zone. That's not deep.
If you can't throw a football on 30 yards in the NFL, like, and I don't know what you in the NFL for.
Every highlight he was at 30 or 35. I was like, geez, Tua's throwing deep. I was like, what? That's not deep. I was like, that's not born well for your argument, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see, man.
We'll see. All right, y'all. That's our show today. Episode 171 is in the books. Join us on Thursday because we will finish off 3/4 of the AFC East as we talk
about. What are you
about.
talking about, your mouth?
Hey, what's up, Ada? We can ready to close out now. We got a sports show going on. You know, I forgot to tell we on Clubhouse.
Yeah. Anyway.
Clubhouse. We can ready to close out now, Ada.
All right, y'all. That's our show. Join us on Thursday, episode 172. And we will talk to y'all later on behalf of the big homie Nick Shine, Detroit Mail. I'm Mark Harmar. Peace, y'all. Peace and love.
Peace.
Fuck Bill Belichick.
Bitch better have my money.
Later.